Hello and welcome again to the weekly update on COVID-19 from the city of Fredericksburg. I'm Mike Jones, Fire Chief and Emergency Manager. Let's get right to it because we've got a lot to talk about today. First, let's talk about some of the locations that you can either get a vaccine or get testing. The Community Vaccination Clinic is still open and still available either by appointments or walk-ins. That's located at 1877 Carl D. Silver Parkway. It's out near Carrabba's in Central Park in Fredericksburg. They have all three vaccines out there, Pfizer, J&J, and Moderna. If you need a first shot, a second shot, or a booster, all of those are available right there. If you've already had a series of shots and you're getting boosters, please bring your vaccination card with you so that can be updated as well, or have it electronically available to them so they can try to update it that way as well. If you have children there that need a guardian or a parent, please make sure you have the guardian or parent with them to take care of that. So that's a vaccination clinic that's available right there in the city of Fredericksburg. Let's talk a little bit about testing. Right now, testing is being done every Thursday at Dixon Park. That's in the southeastern portion of the city off Dixon Street Park. That clinic is held from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursdays. So that will be held this coming Thursday, the 20th, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Based on the number of tests that are going out and the difficulty of getting tests, you do need to call ahead of time or go online and register for that event because they only have so many tests available. The type of test that's administered there is a PCR test. So the rapid antigen test is not available there, only the PCR test that usually takes about a day or two to get results. But that is available this coming Thursday, the 20th, at Dixon Park. Something new that's coming about that the Commonwealth of Virginia is doing through the Virginia Department of Health is they are going to create a community testing center. Not the vaccination center, but the testing center. And that is going to open next Monday, the 24th of January, and that will be at FredNats Stadium. That location will be open from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. That's a testing site, not a vaccination site. FredNats Park, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Mondays through Thursdays, and it starts next Monday, the 24th. That is run by the same group that runs the vaccination clinic, but it's at a separate location. The type of test that will be given there, again, is a PCR test. They will not be doing the rapid antigen tests there, just the PCR tests. And you will need an appointment to do that. So before long, you'll be able to go online and schedule that to get that testing done at the Community Testing Center, which is going to be at FredNats Park starting Monday, January 24th, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They'll have about 350 tests available a day, so you need to go ahead and get your name on the list if you do need that type of testing. So I think we've covered testing and I think we've covered vaccinations. As far as that goes, that's important. Now, what can I do if I want a rapid test? They're very hard to come by. We understand that. We know that they're starting to run out at the urgent care centers and the primary care physicians and things like that. Well, as of yesterday, a website went up through the federal government that allows you to order up to 4 antigen tests or rapid tests for COVID. And you can go online. We'll provide that for our website. We'll give you the link address for that. You go on there. That will be delivered in late January by the United States Postal Service. They were supposed to go online today. They actually went online yesterday. I know there were some questions about people not being able to get in and access. I was able to get in, get access, and get a confirmation number and everything like that. But those tests will be available to a family. It's a group of 4 tests or 4 individual tests, and it's only 1 per residential address. So you can't go in and get multiple times using the same address. It just won't do it. So it's 4 tests per 1 residential address. But those are the rapid antigen type tests that you can take at home. And they are available free of charge from the federal government delivered through the United States Postal Service. So I think we've got testing covered there. As we talk about different things, COVID is still running rampant in our area. There's no question about that. The numbers have come down slightly, but they're still very elevated. As we talked to you last week, we were up about 45% positivity, the highest we've been since the beginning of the pandemic. We're now just below 40% positivity. but the hospitals in the Rappahannock region have a lot of patients in their hospitals, in their ICUs that have COVID. We're looking at almost 200 persons in between the 3 hospitals in the Rappahannock Health District that have COVID, and that's a lot. When you start looking at the numbers at the state level, the use of ventilators and the use of people that are in ICU related to COVID has gone up dramatically in the past 3 to 4 weeks. We're hoping we're getting to the peak of it, or we may have hit the peak of this Omicron variant, but we're not sure yet. So again, the mitigation standards are still in place. Wash your hands on a regular basis. Cover your cough. If you feel sick, stay at home from work. Don't go visit friends, things like that. When you're out in public, especially in enclosed spaces or in large crowds, please make sure you wear a face covering and take care of that. If you feel sick, again, stay at home. Understand what the quarantine data says. The latest quarantine data from CDC talks about if you have symptoms and you've been tested and you believe you have COVID, please isolate for 5 days. If your symptoms start to get better, this is if you have symptoms, if your symptoms start to get better or they have resolved, then at the end of the 5th day, you can wear a mask out and about for 5 days, and that should be the end of your quarantine period. But again, go to the CDC's website, look at all the different parts of it, and determine where your situation lies related to that. That's a lot of information we put out there. We'll put some links on our website for that. We'll talk again next week. Thank you.